tried to clout chase with the whole fake thing she tried to put on Instagram before. But ever since this transpired, never opened my mouth, never said nothing because that's not my style. And also, I would never want to disrespect her. You know what I mean? Actions speak way louder than words. Initially, when it transpired, which was 2022, when she started dealing with the lane. But that wasn't the first time I caught her cheating. I've caught her cheating numerous times since she's been home. With the lane, the reason, but hold on, let's get to the point. We're gonna get to the lane later. You had the audacity to mention my child, and you had the audacity to mention me not seeing my daughter, when ever since I left, she has not allowed me to see my daughter. She's been straight miserable. I'm gonna say it again. All men out there who ever been through this type of situation, you know how it gets when you're dealing with a miserable individual. She did not allow me to see my daughter since this first transpired at the end of last year. Blatantly, I went to pick my daughter up from school. When I went to pick my daughter up from school, Diamond was picking my daughter up because that's who has my daughter all the time. And that was one of the biggest issues I had with her, because all my daughter know is mommy and daddy. She was raised with both parents. That's all she know from day one, since the womb. Our entire lives has been documented. What goes on with these celebrities is they like when y'all come on their page and y'all like they posts. They like when y'all spend y'all money on their concerts, on their music. They like when y'all make them rich. So y'all become fans and y'all follow the journey of these celebrities for years and years and years, right? As y'all follow the journey of these celebrities, you basically become a part of their life, because you've been following them for 10 years, 15 years sometimes. You've been a fan of a celebrity or artist. But soon as something happens, the first thing they say to the fans is, you don't know me, right? Soon as something get out there bad that they don't want you to know about, the first thing they say is, oh, you don't know my life? Yes, they do. They know you y'all know us very well. And the reason why I'm saying that is because don't allow none of these celebrities to fool you. When you hear a rumor that comes out, it's true. We are human, just like y'all, the audience, the supporters, the fans. So now you have a person here who life has been documented for decades through the fans watching us, seeing when she got incarcerated. Watch me visit her every day for a year straight. Watch me bring her 35 pounds of food a month. Watch me hold her down. Watch me in the courtroom getting into altercations with court officers over her. Witness when she came home. Witness me go build the anticipation for her to come out of prison. Had a different artist do a drop every single day. Oh, the queen is coming, the return of the queen, right? All the fans witnessed this. Witnessed her come home. Witnessed us have the big wedding ceremony. Followed our entire journey. Never trust a celebrity who erased their Instagram. You ever notice I never erased nothing on my page? All you gotta do is scroll down. The same page that she utilized today to lie for an hour straight and tell all these fabricated stories, the same page I created. You know what I'm saying? But that's neither here nor there. We get back to that later. I went to pick my daughter up from school. There's a young lady who was picking my daughter up from school. And I notified her, hey, I called her, I said, hey, I'm coming to pick her up. I picked up my daughter, gave her a hug, gave her a kiss, and show things you do when you see your child. Embrace my child. And I had to go take care of something that day. So after I see my daughter, I just wanted to see her and hug her because everything had been going on. I hadn't seen her in a little while. After I left, I think the next day or next two went by. She contacted me. Hey, you haven't seen your daughter since New Year's. I said, excuse me? I just seen my daughter yesterday. I just picked her up from school. What are you talking about? She didn't even know that I seen my daughter. You know why? Because she's never there with my daughter. She is never there with my child. And it's crazy that you have the audacity to open your mouth and say that I haven't seen my daughter, not only due to the fact that you didn't allow me to see her, since I finally got tired of your lies, tired of your narcissism and moved on, but the fact that while you was running out here cheating with this lame, not only cheating with this lame, you allowed him to destroy your entire life. You use all you talking this money talk. You use all of your money. And I want y'all to know this, because I know a lot of people, you know, I don't want to come across as I'm upset. But you know what? I am upset. You know why I'm upset? Because you mentioned my children. You had the audacity to mention my children, and you had the audacity. Can y'all hear me? Because some people complaining about the audio. Can y'all hear me? Let me know if y'all can hear me. Can you hear me now? If you can hear me, let me know. There's a few people saying they can't hear me. Let me know if y'all can hear me. I'm not covering the mic. Y'all saying I'm covering the mic. I let it go now. It's good? Brooklyn Jad in here. Jad, can you hear me? Because all right, now, yes. Okay, cool. Like I said earlier, for those who just came on the live, everybody know me, and I'm talking about speaking with my actions. I don't do this. I don't clout chase. I never come on social media talking about anything. Even when I got stabbed in my back, by the person that I moved mountains for, fought battles, did everything, was super loyal to, I still didn't slander you. I still didn't say nothing. I just kept it moving. But you had the audacity to mention my children. So since you want to mention my children, and that I can't let ride. A lot of people like, yo, Pat, that's not you. Don't entertain it. You know what I'm saying? People see through it. She's bitter. She's miserable. Yeah, that's a fact. But you mentioned my children, and that I'm not letting ride. So with that being said, you abandoned my child for months. I'm sorry, for days at a time. Knowing she had to go to school the next day, knowing I had to go to work the next day, since you want to get up on you and say, oh, you don't have a job. Because you know, when I got the executive position at TuneCore initially, knowing I had to go to work the next day, knowing my daughter had to go to school, you stayed out with the lane. You stayed out with the lane. You want to talk, and you stayed out with the lane while your daughter was crying for you, tears. Also, she wanted to talk about all of this money talk and all of this and what I don't got and what I got. Since I met her, I have written 90% of the rhymes that came out of her mouth. And with me saying that, I want to say this to y'all. Anyone who has an iPhone, you know how iPhones work. When I was younger, I used to be able to write rhymes in my head, create rhymes in my head, and remember them. Just like that. As time went on, I got a little older, I started to write rhymes in my email draft. Now, if you have an iPhone, you go in your email draft. If anybody come around me and we're in the flesh next to each other, I can type in any word from one of her songs, and her entire rap will come up. The entire verse will come up. I never asked for a penny. I never asked for credit. She was my wife. I didn't want anything from her. I just wanted to see her win. Like I said, I have written 90% of the rhymes that came out of her mouth since I met her. Y'all said it. Y'all said it numerous times. Oh, we know that's Pat behind that pen. Did I ever agree with y'all? Did I ever put it out there? I never said I wrote her rhymes. I left it. I didn't need the credit. All I wanted her to do was win. Wrote the rhymes, did the contracts, security, the whole shit. So you fabricating these stories, and it's very weird that you're talking all of this money talk, but in your background, it's everything that I bought. All of the utilities are in my name. So all of this fabrication about, oh, he don't pay no bills, oh, he don't do this, he don't do that, if you analyze her live, the whole thing is about all of this money talk. Why? Because she wants y'all to think that she's this big shot. I don't need to come up here and perpetrate no fraud like I'm a big shot, like I'm this and I'm that. For the simple fact that I speak with my actions. You want to talk about black love? Anybody who follow me, they know I've always been pro-black and had knowledge of self since I was a teenager. So I've represented that since I came in the door before I even knew you. Okay? So don't ever talk about black love and what else she said? I gotta remember. So first and foremost, very bipolar, very delusional. This is a person who will sit in front of you. She will post that live and she'll say later, I didn't do that. I wasn't on live. You'll be sitting there like, huh? She will say something to you and 10 minutes later say, I never said that. Very bipolar. And I don't want to talk bad about her, man. That's something that I never wanted to do. That's why when this took place, when she first got caught cheating with the lame, I brought it to her attention. I said, first of all, I couldn't even believe that she was stooped that low because he's such a cornball. Y'all see, who is this nigga? Because, we were living a normal, peaceful life, raising our child like we planned to, and she started to move real strange. So in the process of her moving strange, it became stranger and stranger, worse and worse. So I said, damn, I got to see what's going on. What the hell is going on? I started to do my research. As I did my research, I found out she was cheating with the lame. So once I find out, I brings it to her attention. I said, mind you, I didn't knock him out because he slept with my wife. Like I told y'all before, the reason I knocked him out was because he shook my hand and then slept with my wife. It's a difference. But let me tell y'all this. So I bring it to her attention that I found out that she's sleeping with the lame. She tells me, him? Why him? Why him out of all people? Not Goods, not Hitman. My word is my bond is my life. I should get my life before my word shall fail. This was her exact words. Him? Why would I deal with him? I said, Rem, I know you're dealing with the lame. I know it. First and foremost, how it first fell on my radar that she was cheating with the nigga, he was running his mouth and it came back to me. They said, yo, Pat, this nigga out here telling niggas he fucking your wife. I said, word. So I did a little bit more research, connect a couple more dots. I finds out. She tells me this. Okay, I finds out. Mind you, it's not the first time she cheated. You know what I mean? I continued the marriage because I live by my wedding vow. I try to live by my wedding vows. Rich for poor, sick for health, sickness and health. You know what I'm saying? Better for worse, death to us part. So you try to work through things. Anybody out there who's married, y'all understand. So I found out she's cheating with the lame. I bring it to her attention. Of course, we have an altercation, like basically argument back and forth or whatever transpired, right? Okay. She decides, and I decide that we're going to go to therapy, but she brings it to my attention, to be honest. She said, I think we should do therapy. I said, okay. Even though I'm private and I don't like to speak to people about my personal business, that was a very, very difficult thing for me to do. But I said, you know what? Let's do the therapy. We go to the therapist. The therapist's first question is, do you guys want a divorce or do y'all want to work it out? Me and her both said we want to work it out. So when she comes on live and say, we haven't slept in the bed since 2022, and to make it seem like and fabricate a story like we had some agreement, you such a liar. There was no agreement. When I found out you was with the lame, you denied it. You shitted on him, basically said, yo, why would I be with him? Why do you think I would be with him? And then you wanted to go to therapy. So check it out now. Check it out. So when we go to therapy, the therapist says, do y'all want to get a divorce or do y'all want to work it out? Me and her both said we want to work it out. I'm going to be honest. Because honestly, I didn't want to not live under the same roof as my 5-year-old. I love all my kids the same, but when you have children, and everyone knows that about me. Everybody who know me, y'all know my character. Y'all know her character. Very rude, very disrespectful, not just to me, to everyone. But that speaks volumes. I didn't want to we planned to raise her with both parents. That was the plan. So I did not want to not live under the same roof with my little girl. I was there from the moment she came out of the womb, and I intended, and I always told her, I want to be there to the moment we take her to her prom. So when she graduates high school, college, get her degrees, I want to be there to take my daughter to her prom. And I told her that. So I never wanted to leave from under the roof of my baby. That's why I stayed around for this nonsense. And I don't want to go away from the point. Okay, so we did the therapy. The therapist gave us that option. We both said we want to work it out. She said, this is the plan. I'm going to give y'all a plan to work it out. She said, Pap, because like I told y'all previously, once I seen that she was cheating, like she was moving real strange, I'm talking about leaving for hours at a time. Every time I questioned it, it was a lie, just strange behavior. So once I noticed that she was moving strange, I started to do my research. So the therapist said, because she told the therapist, mind you, she got all these lies to y'all about me. The only thing she told the therapist was, oh, he doesn't trust me. He's going to keep looking behind me and trying to, find out what I'm doing. But the only reason why I was looking behind her is because she was moving strange. So I agreed to, not show distrust or whatever. And the therapist told her, Remy, since you're saying that it's only business with this dude moving forward, but y'all have a last event coming up, after this event, you're going to cut all ties with this individual. This is what the therapist said. She said, Pat, because I told Rem back then, before I even clipped him, I said, when I catch son, I'm putting him down. I'm putting him down. He violated, you know what I'm saying? And what I noticed, when I found out, I noticed that every time me and her stepped out and made an appearance, he'd go post on his gram, do little sucker shit. He'd go make a post on his story about us. So I'm watching this. Mind you, y'all, I'm not saying nothing the whole time. I know this nigga sleeping with my wife, but I ain't saying nothing. Feel me? I'm gonna be quiet. I ain't saying nothing. Son doing sucker shit on the gram. That's cool. I ain't paying that no mind. We go to therapy. The therapist come up with the plan. We put the plan together. The therapist said she has this event coming up at Sony Hall, which was the battle between him and Hitman. She said, you can go to the event, right? But don't knock him. Don't do nothing to this individual. She said, I said, I'm gonna go to the event. I'm gonna fall back. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna do nothing. After the event, she's supposed to leave the dude alone, right? I go to the hold on a second, man. Give me 1 second. I don't know what I'm doing. 1 second. 1 second. 1 second, y'all. One second, y'all. Okay, back to the subject of the matter. So I go to the event. It's the battle with him and Hitman. Everybody there. Everybody remember that event. Y'all notice I never came on the stage, right? Never came on the stage, stayed in the crowd, fell back. Watched the entire little week battle, whatever, you know what I'm saying? On his behalf, because he trash. Watch him do his little trash battle. You know what I'm saying? So as I'm watching it, I never did nothing. When we left the battle, I went home with my daughter. She went home with the lame. Went home with the lame. Okay. She came home. She went home with the lane, stayed out all night, came home probably like the next morning. When she came home, after that, the baby is there. I ain't tripped. kept it moving, kept raising my daughter, kept it pushing. A couple days go by, things a little peaceful around the crib. I reach out to the therapist, let her know what transpired, and went to the event. Everything was everything. After those couple days, me, her, and my daughter, we all sleep in the same room. We go to bed. I'm saying it's bedtime. We sleep together in the same bed every night. As we sleeping in the bed, I fall asleep. My daughter's in the middle of us. So it's 2 beds in our room now at this time because she started doing weird things around the crib or whatever. So me, her, and my daughter in the same bed. It's another bed over there. I wake up. It's just me and my daughter in the bed. So I get up. I see her in the other bed. So I go over to the other bed. And as I go to the other bed, I notice that her phone is on. When I pick up the phone, I see the lame on the phone. You know what I'm saying? I said, okay. She on the phone with the lame. So after that, I woke her up. Hey, what's going on? This is what you doing in here? This is what we doing? She started lying again, fabricating, this, that, and the third. Long story short, she kept cheating with the lame. Okay, move forward from that. Another battle comes up. The lame not on the card. He's not on the card. It's just another event. But mind you, like I told y'all previously, I'm there for my daughter. I'm there being a father. I'm not going to allow this situation to take me away from my child. So what I did was kept raising my daughter. Even though I know that she's a narcissist, very contradictory, very bipolar, I said, you know what? I'm going to keep raising my daughter. I'm not going to let this situation to remove me from under the roof of my child. I kept raising my daughter, take my daughter to school every single day, doing everything a father's supposed to do. In the process of me raising my daughter, another event is coming up later on down the line. The lame is not on the card. Okay. She has the event. I'm going to the event because I go to all the events. I'm going to the event, but I'm hoping the lame ain't there. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want to have to really put my hands on them. Cool. I'm getting dressed. She leaves. They start the event. I'm still at the crib. I get dressed. I go to matter of fact, I can't even put that out there. Anyway, let me just say this. I found out the lane was there. I said, she gotta be kidding me, man. I done told you I'm gonna put this nigga down and you bring him to the event. I done told you numerous times, when I catch this nigga, I'm gonna put him down. Mind you, I finds out she got an apartment 40 minutes away from our crib where she lays up with the lame, leaves and says she's going to work, leaves, say she's going to do this and do that, but she goes to the crib. I've been there. I can actually give y'all the address. So she got this. She got another crib, and shout the. I don't even want to put this nigga under the bus, man. But this another individual who was married and got a crib not too far from the home of his family. But I ain't gonna put him out there. But she did the same thing, which was weirdo shit. So anyway, I go to the event. Now I already know I'm coming there. I'm putting this nigga down. I'm gonna be honest with you. Truthfully, I really wanted to really hurt him. But I decided last minute, I said, you know what? I'm gonna just put my hands on this nigga. I get to the
Somebody calling him. Somebody calling his phone. We can't hear you, Pat. He don't know when the phone went out. He ended the live. I got a feeling he's gonna come back. I don't think he's done, guys. You think it's Remy calling? Y'all think it's Remy calling or the who y'all think was calling? Clarissa? You think Clarissa was calling? God damn it. I know Remy ain't live, is she? They can't be keep going live all night now. But I think his ass gonna come back. Cause I don't think he meant to end that live. I think he just didn't know how to put the sound back in. If I'm being honest. I'm gonna wait. Yep, I think he back. Let me see. No, maybe not. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Say he live. Nope. He trying to come back, but something ain't working. Something ain't working. See, he's live back on, but it ain't no picture, it ain't nothing. I don't know what's going on. So somebody said, Pat, we love you, and Joe ain't your brother. When was Joe ever his brother? She's blocking his page. How can she do that? Now she started up before he filed for divorce. He filed for divorce after her live. The time, date, stamp, everything is on there. But she still could be hurt from the divorce. Hmm. Robin says, what in the world? What that got to do with you getting a divorce? Yesterday's price is not today's prices. At the end of the day, we're not talking about it. I don't believe him. Like Women in the Building says, what part of he didn't file for divorce don't folks understand? They been messing with her. He didn't want to sign the papers. He just filed today after Remy went live embarrassing his ass. And I'm sure Clarissa said, here go the money. Because remember that Remy said, tell the one that love you to pay for it or whatever. Right? Somebody must be doing something to his lives. Her label, her manager, somebody doing something because baby, he can't get back on his live. The people is in there. Wait, why they say Pap got a cricket phone? Oh, this live ended too, y'all. Well, let me see. Lord have mercy, Pap. Who messing with your lives? Who is messing with Pap's lives? Okay, I think you back again. Let me see. It's say that's ended, so I don't know. Let me refresh this page. Oh, Remy Ma live look like. Let me see.
You block me. Now I gotta wait till Hollywood Unlocked post it. Jason, record it and send it to me first. He blocked me. I went in from my daughter page. That's why his live is over here glitching, because he was trying to block me so fast. Oh, this is sad. I'm laughing, but I promise you, I literally just text one of my friends like, yo, this shit sad. It hurts me a little bit that I really gotta do this. When all you gotta do is tell your current come up situation like, yo, my ex, she a little tick tick boom, chill, don't talk about her. Like, we understand you and all that, but chill. She don't really take that and stop disrespecting her. She really held it down all these years. Nope. He over there all live, like the girl he is, emotional. Shaking my head. Now I gotta sit here and wait. Bad enough I got him all the followers. This is the most people who ever had on his live in his life. He's so mad he don't got a freestyle. He's so mad he don't got a freestyle to drop right now. Ooh. He is furious. He don't got one of those. I pick it back and dip it back. He is so mad he ain't got one of those on cock ready to go. So mad. I'm glad he filed though. You seen that? 5:22 today. Woo! Liddy. I'll be back to y'all when he comes to all his ridiculous requests. This man said since I've been with her, I've wrote 90% of her material. Embarrassing for who kids? My son is 24 years old. My stepson is 25 years old. My stepdaughter is 28, about to be 29. All the kids is damn near the same age as his current come-up situation. They fine. My baby, she's 6. She has monitors on her phone. She can't just see anything. She can't just go into anything. And when it get crazy, I'd be like, well, Daddy was upset. He was wilding out. Don't pay it to Mom. And Mommy had to set some things straight. They'll be fine. Okay? They'll be fine. I know he live now. I was on the live from my daughter's page because he blocked me right before he allegedly filed for divorce and dropped the paperwork. I got blocked. Why wouldn't you want me to see that? Why wouldn't you want me? I added you. I couldn't get that same courtesy. I gotta find out from Hollywood Unlocked. So, yep, I went in from my daughter page. Everything you say, I'm responding to. He's obsessed. Obsessed. So, yep, I went in easy to block happen. He's obsessed. I didn't say nothing about who he with, who he was with last week, who he was with last month, who he was with last year, who he was with 10 years ago. I didn't say anything about any of that. I don't care. I don't care why it's over. I don't care who cheated, who didn't pay for this, who left. I just want it to be over. That's it. He didn't beat up anybody. Who's that mad about somebody that they beat up? Who's that pressed? Like what? Yo, sir.
I was blackmailing.
What they saying? What they saying? I was being blackmailed. If I ever was blackmailed, I know the man that threatened to put out sex tapes to me and talking about I was blackmailed. He been saying, I'm gonna tell everybody I wrote your rhymes. I said, and anybody that believes you is just as dumb as you. Period. See, the reason why that won't work with you, sir, I was out here before you came, sir. I was here.
In order, it's just throughout the situation. So I bring it to her attention. I say, yo, let me know if this dude is blackmailing you, we can handle it. And she wouldn't say it. But then while she out with the lame and me and my daughter's home, because that's who was always with her every night while this was going on, she'd send me a random text. Oh, I'm so sorry. I know I'm a bad wife. I still got all this sex. I still got all these texts. So I don't even know why she's doing this. Oh, I know I'm a bad wife. I'm so sorry. Just saying things like that. And I'm like, damn, this is not like her. So maybe this dude holding something on her. I'm going to play the recording right now. This is Delane saying that he's holding stuff over her head.
Yeah, man. So far, she's saying she fuck with me. I believe her. You know what I'm saying? So I want to go with that. But you're right, though. Anything can happen. So that shit gonna be 3 months, nigga. I don't know for how long it is. I got pictures, the texts, the videos of her. That shit gonna blow whenever I say it's gonna go. I'm talking about where I'm saying that news of cheating and all of that shit go anytime. It don't matter if it's a week or whatever. Like the only reason why it's sparking is because you do all these shit.
Oh, let me play this again. Can y'all hear the audio? Let me play it again.
Yeah, man. So far, she's saying she fuck with me. I believe her. You know what I'm saying? So I want to go with that. But you're right, though. Anything can happen. So that shit gonna be 3 months, nigga. I don't know for how long it is. I got pictures, the texts, the videos of her. That shit gonna blow whenever I say it's gonna go. I'm talking about where I'm saying that news of cheating and all of that shit go anytime. It don't matter if it's a week or whatever. Like the only reason why it's sparking is because you.
Now bear witness to this. You just heard this lane who she was dealing with since 2022 say in his own voice, I got videos and pictures of us. That's going to go whenever I say so. I don't care if she go back to him. This cheating gonna go when I say so. This is the same recording when he was up there clout chasing. Oh, I'm gonna be on Love and Hip Hop. I'm gonna get more followers. All of this foolishness, right? So y'all just heard the lane, the knockout victim, saying he got videos of her. But let's listen to her telling me that, oh, by the way, one of the reasons why she's so angry at me is because she says, all of this is my fault. Y'all ready for this? Because I knocked him out. She said if I would have never knocked him out, she would have been stopped talking to him. She said the fact that I knocked him out, she had to keep talking to him because she didn't want him to expose things. I highly suspected that they was using drugs together. I heard someone say earlier while she was on live, are you high? She moves very strange. I seen a video where she looked outside of herself. I'm not accusing her of anything. This is not my style. But the fact that you mentioned my children and fabricated all these stories about me, about this money, when I wrote 90% of your rhymes since I met you, I can type a word from any one of your verses for the past time I've been with you. I wrote like 3 songs on your first album. I can come in my email drafts right now, which has dates on them, y'all, 2016, 14, and you can literally see her lyrics pop up, the whole rapper pop up. But let me say this, though. Let's get to this part right here. We just heard him admit that he's blackmailing her, right? Now, let's listen to her telling me that he's blackmailing her, that she would have been stopped talking to him. Since she want to get on here and fabricate and fake big this lame up. Have you noticed since I moved on, you never see her with the lame no more? She was sneaking around with him in restaurants. What he was at? Cheese Factory, matching outfits, losing the battle on stage, getting cooked by Geechee, getting cooked by Suge. This nigga get cooked every battle. I don't know what type of rapper is this dude, man. Never lost a battle in my life. But anyway, keep it moving. We don't care about that. She tried to make it about Clarissa. I just met Clarissa in July last year. I've been dealing with this with you since 2022. Clarissa has nothing to do with this. She's very angry because Clarissa is shining like the diamond she is. World-class champion, Olympic winner. She has nothing to do with this. Actually, Clarissa went on a Breakfast Club, did an interview, and said she don't have a problem with her. This, which aired yesterday. Yesterday morning, I wake up to a phone call of her being belligerent, being a narcissist, screaming on my phone, claiming that Clarissa disrespected her. How did she disrespect you? She said she don't have a problem with you. Then, in the process of that phone call, she asked me, so are you done with me? Are you done with me? I said, is that a question? Am I done with you? I said, She said, you moving forward with the divorce? I said, yes. My attorney, she want to fabricate these stories talking about not retaining an attorney. The last time I spoke to Rem, we said, listen, I spoke to my attorney. Saturday is the day that her schedule allows for me to come in. I had been interviewing different attorneys trying to pick the right one. I wanted to get a civilized divorce where we don't have to do none of this clown shit. She never wanted to do that. Just the recent time, she started to claim, when I say recent, I mean past few weeks, she started to claim that, she wanted to get the private divorce. So I said, okay, good. So when she called me the other day, tried to get back with me yesterday, and I declined because she was so mad about Clarissa, so angry because I finally moved on. She see us living our life. She talking about doing something for the gram or doing it for this and that. I'm living my life. I lived over there with you. I tolerated your foolishness, your cheating, and your adultery for years and years and years for the sake of my child. Moving on along, I just played the audio to y'all of the lame admitting that he's blackmailing her. Now I'm going to play an audio of her telling me that he's blackmailing her. Basically saying, but before I want to play the audio, I want to let y'all know that she's very angry at me because she says that if I would have never knocked him out, none of this would happen. So one of the reasons why she has so much animosity towards me is because I knocked him out. I'm letting y'all know that right now. That's one. I'm going to tell y'all the other two later. Oh, it gets worse. Hold on. You want to be funny? I could be funny too. But I'm going to be funny with the truth. You lie, you lie, and you lie. You had the audacity to come on here and make up a fake story and say, oh, my mother called me. How El ever said, come on, son. Come on, son. Come on, son. First and foremost, you talking about your mother called you about a YouTube video that everybody know they make fake videos on YouTube. Remy's in the hospital. PAPOOSE is, this, that, person, that. Those, we all know those is fake. You just mad because you see us moving on in our life, right? You want to fabricate a story about, and I still say my mother-in-law because me and her had a tight relationship like that. And I would never say anything to disrespect her or anybody in the entire family. You lied and said, I said, go get your brothers. That's cap. Everybody know I'm close. I'm more close to them and show them more love and support than you do. But let's keep it moving. So we already played the audio of the lame, the knockout victim, soft, didn't even fight back. That's what made me mad. I would have just clipped him and kept it pushing, but the fact that I seen that the nigga was soft when I ran down on him, I said, damn, this nigga be talking all this gangster shit, and he ain't even gonna fight back. Nigga was like a deer in headlights. But that's another story. Knocked him out. It's no mystery. Had to get a tetanus shot, knocked his tooth out and all that. Hole in my hand, the whole shit. But let me show y'all the audio of her. Check this out. I want y'all to listen to this. Can y'all hear me? Should I play the lame first? Should I play the lame saying that he the knockout victim saying that he's blackmailing her? Let me play her admitting it. But she's angry at me because I knocked him out, y'all. Glass Joe, y'all. We call him Glass Joe. Check it out. But listen to her. I want y'all to bear witness to this because out of the whole situation, this was one of the parts that really bothered me. So that's why I reached out to certain fake friends who I thought would be real, like they say they are, and step up. I try to bring it to their attention. Yo, I think she's being blackmailed. Do me a favor. Just reach out to her. Don't tell her you spoke to me. I just want to know she's okay. She hasn't seen the baby in days. So I said, damn. See if y'all can reach out. And I don't want to involve nobody in this because this don't got nothing to do with them and they don't owe me nothing. But when you say you family, you got to live. That's an action. You know what I'm saying? You got to live up to that. But that's neither here nor there. So we played the audio of him admitting that he's blackmailing her. Now I'm going to play the audio. Listen to what she said. And I want y'all to know that this is my ex-wife. We're not married anymore. But at the time, as a married man, I wanted to protect her from being blackmailed. So I told her, if this is going on, let me know. Whatever he's blackmailing you, I'll handle that. And we'll get past it as a family. But she lies so much, you don't know what to believe. So I'm like, damn, is he blackmailing her or not? But I want y'all to hear this. Listen to this.
She would have been over. He would have been over. You put me in a predicament, so I had to still kind of be cool with the nigga to make sure he don't go all the way back and I'm not getting dragged on both sides by Team Papoose and Team Fuck This Nigga.
Team Fuck This Nigga. That's your name, babe, bro. Your name is Team Fuck This Nigga. Hold on. Let's play this again.
She would have been over. He would have been over. You put me in a predicament, so I had to still kind of be cool with the nigga to make sure he don't go all the way back and I'm not getting dragged on both sides by Team Papoose and Team Fuck This Nigga. You didn't give a fuck. You didn't fucking care.
That is not true.
Talking to this nigga.
I would have been stopped talking with this nigga. So she's mad at me because I knocked him out. So she's telling me that I knocked him out. I put her in a position where she still had to be cool with him. But she tell y'all on live, oh, he's this. Oh, yeah. A man that treat me right. A man that did this and did that. You just said the other day you don't even deal with this lame no more. So we got one audio of him saying that he's blackmailing her. For all y'all who didn't hear it, we got an audio of the lame admitting to blackmailing this woman. Listen to this.
Yeah, wrong. So far, she saying she fuck with me. I believe her. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna go with that. But you're right.
Hold on. Let me get to the beginning of this thing again. Let me make sure I get it from the right part, y'all. Bear with me, man. Some bullshit audio. Hold on. Hold on, let me get this right. We're gonna get to it. So we playing the audio, y'all, of the lame admitting to blackmailing her. He's admitting it.
Yeah, wrong. So far, she saying she fuck with me.
Hold
I
on.
believe her. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna go with that. But you're right, though. Anything happen? Oh, that shit gonna be 3 months, nigga. For how long it is? I got pictures, the texts, the videos of it. That shit gonna blow whatever I say is gonna go. I'm talking about where I'm saying that news of cheating and all of that shit go anytime. It don't matter if it's a week or whatever. Like, the only reason why it's spark is because you do all these shit.
All right, so y'all heard that. And again, we're gonna play her basically saying she's been blackmailed. That's what it sounds like to me. What y'all think?
She would have been over. He would have been over. You put me in a predicament, so I had to still kind of be cool with the nigga, make sure he don't go all the way back, and I'm not getting dragged on both sides by Team Papoose and Team Fuck This Nigga. You didn't give a fuck. You didn't fucking care.
That is not true.
Talking to this nigga.
That is not true.
I would have been stopped talking to this nigga. So you telling me you got a lame running around here bragging, oh, I'm fucking this wife, oh, the whole shit, right? You got a lame who came in front of me, shook my hand, and which is total disrespect as a man. You sleep with my wife, it is what it is. She chose that. She's an adult. That's not why I knocked you out. I knocked you out because you shook my hand. But he's on audio saying blackmailing you. So which one is it? Which one is it? You've told me numerous times you don't deal with him no more. You want to go on Instagram and say you with your child every day. No, you're not. You just started being with the baby after I left. Once I left, you started trying to prove to me that you're with the baby and you're doing the right thing. You're doing things that I've always wanted you to do. You just called me the other day and said happy anniversary. I didn't even say it back to you, Rem. I didn't say it back to you. You know why? Because when our 15th year anniversary came, which was a milestone, we were supposed to have the whole thing that we did in the 10 year. You didn't want to acknowledge it properly because you was too busy running around doing what you was doing. Now I'm in a space where I moved on. So for a person who got all these lies to say about me, why is it that you try to call me the other day and say happy anniversary? Why is it that when I went to pick my daughter up, you asking me for gifts and things like that? Why is it? Because you're a narcissist. And in the process of you being a narcissist, anything you can't control, you're mad. But you lost the remote. So you know when somebody loses the remote, they go frantic. See, but what you didn't understand was my loyalty was because I said wedding vows before God, better for worse, richer for poor, sickness and health. death do us part. And I lived that out. I did nothing but take care of you. Every utility in that house to this day right now is under my name. The alarm company called me today. You talking all this money talk, you just paid a cable bill probably within the last 2 weeks out of my account. I had to bail you out of jail when you caught your case. When you had to pay the civil case, and we backtracked it. Who account did that come from? Me. You didn't have a dime. Slay warned me. May he rest in peace. He warned me. He warned me. So when you say malicious things about him, now that he's deceased, I know why, because he know the truth. So all of this money talk that you're talking, you're a liar. All you do is lie, very bipolar. Say something 1 minute and she'll say 5 minutes later that she never said it. She will say she never said it. Right now on my phone, and like I told you, I never wanted a penny. I never wanted one dime. All of the music I wrote for her, I never wanted one penny. I never put my name on a credit. I never did anything. When people said, we know Pap writing that. Oh, you want to go in here and say, oh, I was making music before him. You was. That's why when I started writing it, they saw the difference. You want to talk down upon me. You want to try to assassinate my character. But in actuality, there are people who interact with us. Anybody who ever been around her and never been around me, please step to the front. Am I respectful? Am I considerate? I come from a very big family. I'm very loved. I'm very loved, inside and outside. And guess what? Your family love you too, but you don't love them. You're very cruel to people because you're a narcissist. And you know what? It hurts me that I got to even say this about you, that I got to even come on this live and do this. But the fact that you tried to mention my children, the fact that you had the audacity to come on here and say, I haven't seen my daughter, when you didn't allow me to see my daughter. December 14th, when we gave my daughter a birthday party, you came to my attention. We spoke about the party. I said, how much is the party? You told me the amount of the party. You put up your half of the money for the party. I put up my money for my daughter's party. When my daughter's party took place, you had the audacity to send me a text and tell me not to come to my child's party. Why did you do that? Because I moved on and I wasn't sitting in the house watching my daughter while you run around with this lame, come home to me and say you wasn't with him. Why would you be with him? He's so beneath you. When I noticed that you was probably getting blackmailed because you're such a liar, I tried to protect you like I always protected you. You want to make it, if you want to go on the gram, you want to play games about me knocking him out, that's a small thing. That wasn't the first time you saw me in action. But you know what? Like I said earlier, there's 3 reasons why she started to have so much animosity towards me. One was because I knocked him out. And it wasn't because she cared about his well-being. It was because she had been, as a celebrity, as a famous person who could be a role model if she wanted to, she has been behaving in a very, should I say promiscuous? Should I say promiscuous? She has been behaving in a very not too respectful way. And it's been right under the nose of the entire industry and everybody. And people allow it because some of them are groupies. Some of them are clout chasers. Some people, you know, they know the truth, but they act like it's not happening. By me knocking him out, it kind of put it out there, what's really going on. Also, she tried to fool y'all and say, what person would be in a marriage with a loving husband, being taken care of, bills paid, and cheat? You know what person would do that? You. Everything would be fine, and you would still violate. Because you know why? You can't keep your legs closed, Rem. That's one of the main problems with you. I could sit up here and run through your body count, but that's not what I'm going to do, because I'm not here to tear you down, and I'm not here to disrespect you. I'm not here to do that. But the fact that you mentioned my children and you fabricated after you have already been documented and recorded telling the truth about how I supported you when you was away. Telling the truth about our entire time together. But it wasn't good enough for you to move on and be an adult after you cheated. And I gave you numerous opportunities to stop the cheating. We went to a therapist. Why come on here and lie and say we haven't slept together since 2022? Why come on here and make it seem like that's true? We never had an agreement. Oh, you be with who you be with and I be with. We never had an agreement. All we had was you lying, saying that you're not with him. Why would you deal with him? That's all we had. And when I found out the truth that you were with him, you said, let's go to therapy. And I agreed. Then we made an agreement with the therapist. You violated the agreement again. So when I caught him, I knocked him out. Wherever I would have saw him at, I would have knocked him out. You so mad at me because I knocked him out at your event. Anywhere I saw him at, he was getting put down. And I told you this. I still got the messages telling you this. So all of this fabrication, all of these stories about me, my children, all of these stories about money. I paid every bill in that household. I did nothing but buy you gifts. It's photos and everything of it. It's all on my page. Never trust a celebrity who erased their Instagram. They hiding from something. It's still there. Me buying her gifts. All that materialistic. If you notice, her entire thing was about materialism. Just fabricating. She just recently told me she don't got no money. So what you talking this money talk? Hey, this is what I got in my account. Let's keep it a buck. So you want to fabricate these stories. I don't have to fabricate to impress anybody. Everybody knows I'm a hard worker. Everybody know I came from the bottom. Everybody know I went from artist, transition to executive. All of the times y'all see me support this woman, any song, any video she dropped. Show me one post of her saying, subscribe to TuneCore. Show me one. Just show me one. Show me one, guys. When I drop the album every month, every single month, as the year progressed, the producers and the artists grew higher and higher and higher. By the time I got to the end of the year and I caught that feature with Lil Wayne, she ain't come home no more. She started staying out. There's people very close to you. When you did that, they said, Pat, we know her for a long time. Don't pay her no mind. She's only doing that to throw you off of your grind. She see you finally about to be successful again, bro. It's been a long time. You deserve it. You know what she did? Start staying out, not coming home. So I could go on and on about her. She could fabricate any lie she want about me. Any lie she want to fabricate, she could fabricate. I wrote 90% of the music since I've been with her. And if you come around me and you type a keyword from any one of her verses, it pops up in my phone with the date that I wrote it. So all of this money talk on that aspect, that's cap. You talk about me buying you gifts. You try to say in the past, oh, he don't buy gifts. That's documented. You walk around with thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars of jewelry that I bought every single day. You talking this jewelry talk. First and foremost, I have a cash business. So there's numerous times where I cashed you out and you went and bought things. With my money. With my money. You want to talk about property? We bought this house together. We bought it together. We bought it together. I wrote one of your biggest records, man. One of your biggest hits. So you want to downplay me as an artist when I wrote one of your biggest hits. That's so sad. But like I said earlier, the fact that you chose to mention my kids, that's why I responded on this video. As far as the divorce, like I said, she never wanted to get divorced. She never wanted to divorce, that's correct. And she didn't want to do it peacefully, like two adults, because the attorneys brought to my attention, if you guys agree, the divorce could be private. But if you don't agree, it gets messy. I brought that to her attention. She never wanted to do it. Just recent, and I say within the past few weeks, she's been saying that she wanted to do it civilized way. So we had a plan. She said she wanted to go to a mediator. She wanted to go to a mediator. She wanted to work it out. She even tried to tell me, like I told you yesterday, she started asking me, are you done with me? are you done with me? I said, is that even a question? I'm going forward with the divorce. Yes. Now I wake up to this morning. Very strange. So what I'm saying to y'all is the reason why this is happening because you mentioned my children and you lied. You cheated with this lame since 2022. You cheated with numerous others before that. And you know it's true. You know it's true. You know it's true. Look at the comments. They know what I wrote. I wrote tons of her music. 90% of her music, I wrote it since I've been around her. I wrote probably like 3 songs on her first album. If I listen to it, I'll tell you exactly what I wrote. And when you listen to it, y'all know my pen. But that's neither here nor there. That's not why I came here. The only reason why I'm mentioning that is because you fabricated. You fabricated and you talked about my children. And as a father, I was not going to allow that. I've allowed you to do what you've been doing all of this time, and I said nothing. I said nothing. She got mad at me because I went live and said I didn't knock this lame out. Oh, it's not just the two. I said, Rem, whatever I got to do to assist you, I'm going to do it. Oh, no, but it's not just us. What the hell you mean it's not just us? Who is this nigga? Very bitter because I moved on, because I finally moved on. I got tired of sitting there, tolerating it. And I was there for my daughter, but I started to realize that my daughter didn't need to see me like that. She didn't need to see her father when she got to come in another room to visit me now, when we all used to sleep together as a family. I started to realize that. I said, you know what? I would rather her see me how she's supposed to see her dad, on his feet, doing the right thing, not sitting in here tolerating somebody who constantly stabbing me in my back. So I decided to move on. And as far as the divorce, the reason why I filed today was because, like I said, me and her just spoke. And I told her, I'm going to go Saturday and speak to my attorney. After I speak, I'll be ready to do the mediation, you know what I'm saying, for the mediator. But since she's so upset, because if you pay attention, Clarissa has a fight coming up. Clarissa's out here shining like the diamond she is, and she's mad. She's bitter that I moved on. So she wanted to go on social media today and fabricate. You come on the live talking about, oh, my mother went on YouTube and she said, are you in the hospital? Dumb fake hospital videos is old as hell. You just wanted an excuse to come up here and be malicious and make up lies. Let's keep it a buck. That was pathetic. This you on the live talking about, pay attention, y'all. Go back to the live and watch this. Oh, don't call me. No, y'all, don't call me. What Ed Lover say? Come on, son. Come on, son. Nobody was calling you. Nobody was calling you. Picked up the phone and said, no, don't call me. Oh, I thought you was calling me about that. They didn't even know she was live, y'all. Your bullshit and your tactics is not relevant. If you look at Cardi B video, when she went when she was talking, I think she went live about her husband or whatever, because I don't want to get in their business. But during her video, she was like, nobody call me. Nobody call me. You up here, Emmy. You want to imitate that, man. You're not Cardi B, man. Let's keep it a buck. This is how phony you is. Yes, she did. She on the live saying, oh, don't call me, no. But she picked up the phone. Oh, I thought she was calling me about that. Nobody was calling me about that. They didn't care. Nobody cared about that. But this is the fabrication and the fakeness. This is the fakeness. You just needed an excuse to do that. You've been telling me for the longest, when I knocked them out, oh, I'm gonna make you lose your job. That's the first thing she came out of her mouth. Like I said earlier, never supported it. All the support y'all seen. And mind you, I don't want y'all to take my word for this. It speaks for itself. So document it. Never let these celebrities who you support spend money on, follow their journey, open their mouth when something bad happens to tell you. You don't know me. You don't know my real life. Yes, they do. I documented when my child was born in front of them. I documented the wedding. I documented visiting you.
That don't mean we know y'all.
Following our journey for a long time. They say that because they don't want you to believe your eyes. Y'all seen it, y'all. Everything y'all seen
playing
is
games
true.
now.
Y'all seen the entire journey of us. And throughout that journey, what did y'all say? What did y'all notice? Y'all seen support. Y'all seen loyalty. Y'all seen authenticity. Y'all seen my daughter be born. I welcomed y'all into the delivery room. It was all documented.
You ain't welcome us nowhere. You
and rewrite
was
history
on
and
Love
say,
and Hip Hop because of
he didn't
Remy.
support me. He didn't do
Get
this. He
the
didn't do that.
fuck outta
You're a
here.
damn liar. I had to pack up the house that you was renting when you caught the case and put everything in storage. I had to fly everybody up. I had to relocate and get a condo close to the prison so I could visit you. I went and visited you every day for a year straight because I knew you needed me. I knew you needed me. And now you're going to come in front of these people and change that and change the facts of what happened? Really? Why? Because I wouldn't lie and say I didn't knock some lame out who deserved it? You don't shake no man's hand to sleep with his wife. When you had to pay the civil suit, I paid that. I left from overseas. I had another show. I was on tour. I skipped out of my show, flew back here. They said, Pat, what you doing? You got another engagement. Your contract to do this. I said, I got to go, man. Rem need me. Anybody who was on tour with me, please step to the front. I flew back and bailed you out.
Why is
Because that's
this
what real
important?
people do.
Remy ain't been in jail in years.
I don't want to bring people's names in it, but another individual put up the house. I put up the cash because you needed it. And you know another reason why I had to bail you out because you didn't have the money. You didn't have the money. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even going to bring Joe in a minute. But your relationship wasn't what it was at the time. You burnt all your bridges. I was wondering at the time, damn, why nobody rock with her? Why nobody supporting her? Why everybody turning their back? Because you burn your bridges. That's why I should have knew. That was a flag. That was a red flag. Your family love you. I tell you all the time. But do you love them back? Who do you love? Who do you love? You got a problem with everybody. Ever since Kim left Juju, she been the bitter best friend. Putting bad ideas, bad concepts, bad advice in your ear. Let's keep it real.
There you go, ruin her friendship with her friends.
Because to me, this ain't what it is.
That's a bitch move.
But the fact that you mentioned my children, I cannot let that ride. Because I stand on that. You want to fabricate stories. Like I ain't bring you 35, I'm sorry, pardon me, y'all, 30 to 31 pounds of food every month. For the entire 6 years, you was incarcerated. Mm-hmm. You want to fabricate stories.
Yep,
like I didn't come to reconcile with my mother and your mother, who are two great, amazing women. Both of them love their families, take care of their families. Like we didn't know come there so we could have a wedding. When that whole key situation transpired, like I didn't go through that storm with you. Like I wasn't in the courtroom fighting officers over your situation. So, you know, you're very ungrateful. And it's sad to say, I don't want to disrespect you as a woman, but you're a narcissist.
He said nothing bad about the children.
I wish I didn't have to come on this live and do this, but I had to do it. Everything, as far as my clothes, guess what, y'all? When I left, I didn't want nothing. I didn't care about the clothes. I said, I don't care about nothing. Get your clothes, bro. I said, nah, I did not want it. I didn't want no clothes. Keep it. I just needed to leave, man. Because like I said, I didn't want my... When I get off live, I'll call you back.
Somebody must keep calling his phone. I never heard Remy say anything about this man until today. Yeah, I didn't hear her say anything about him until today. Honestly. Mm-hmm. Y'all think she messing with his live again? Nah, he was getting a phone call. Yeah, he was getting phone calls. He kept rejecting the call, but the person kept calling back. So I don't know if that's Remy calling him, but she said she blocked. Oh, well, she just blocked off of Instagram. So I don't know if she just blocked off Instagram, but I'm pretty sure his ass coming back. Because he got a whole lot to say. And he want to get that off his chest. Different chat. So sad. They should grow up. I've heard her talk crazy about Pap and Clarissa. See, I've never heard that. I've only seen her respond to this girl. Remy Ma messed with little boys her son age. She got the nerve to talk about Pap. Women incarcerated don't get visitors and don't get, so for a baby mother to spend that much time and money, he was invested. But he was spending her money, right? She saying she gave him power of attorney over her own money and came home and didn't have nothing. Oh, right. She said she the one who let us know that Papoose was talking to that girl. Then after that, I didn't hear nothing else. She's right. She did do that. She did do that. She did do that. She did do that. She released those text messages between, and at that time they were still living together. And Pat was asleep, and she sure did. She went in his phone and released those text messages. She damn sure did. But that's all I ever heard her do. And I'm being very honest. I don't see her talking about them. I don't see Pap talking about her. Matter of fact, I said they both were so quiet. I've seen that girl talk about them more than either one of them talked about each other. Remy wanted to fight Clarissa. That wouldn't have been a good idea for Remy. Yeah, that would have been a good idea for Remy. She probably got fucked up. You think this person related to Remy? Yeah, I don't know about. I can tell you this: the people was telling Remy what he was saying, and she wasn't really, you know, she wasn't really denying it. She wasn't really denying it. So I don't know, y'all. It is what it is. The merge is gone. So I think somebody was calling Papoose, and that's what happened. Samantha says, this is why I can't have sympathy for no paramours. None of this would have happened if this girl didn't disrespect Remy. T-Talk with your girl said that wouldn't have been a good idea. No. That would not have been a good idea. That would not have been a good idea, simply. No, indeed. Yep, that's it. I said it. Now what? The truth is somewhere in the middle. If you want me to answer, I feel like he ran and filed for the divorce after Remy's live. After Remy talked all that shit about you ain't filed for the divorce yet. She showed these receipts where, he should have already contacted a lawyer. And I feel like his girlfriend said, hey, let me send you the money. And he said, no, I got it. And he went and paid, and he did it. That's what I feel like. Oh, Remy filed the papers, and he's just responding to it. Right, because Remy had already filed some papers. Remy wanted to fly Clarissa thinking she was going to intimidate her. Yeah, that wouldn't have been a good idea. That just wouldn't have been a good idea. Yeah, Remy, it wouldn't have been good, W. It would not have been good. Why she didn't file since she's such a bad man? She did file. She did something first, and then Pat was supposed to go and do something back. That's what she said. But what she's saying is she was trying to make it so it didn't go up in the court. But that's, last time when Drew said she didn't want the the stuff to be public, it was because she had been doing something. So you know what I'm saying? I believe he filed today, but before he was probably trying to work on his marriage. Yeah, I think that's why he's angry. I really do. He's been quiet for a long time. You can't keep poking the bear. But who was poking him, though? I don't feel like she was poking him. I feel like his girlfriend went on a radio show and popped her fucking shit, and she should have kept her mouth shut because she fucking somebody else's husband. And wives are going to respond when you disrespect them, right? That is that lady's husband. Still, even though he filed that paperwork. So Clarissa was wrong. And that's what started all this. I don't know who you're talking to. You're the only one to hear it. You're the only one. The only one to hear what? Remy, I don't know who you're talking to. Remy, a liar, and I'm always down for women first when they write. And Pap loved her. I wouldn't fight a train. Did not. I wouldn't either. I don't know what the hell Remy was thinking. She wanted to go through mediation, but he declined. Oh, Clarissa been shading Remy. Exactly. Over and over again. Y'all know I've been covering this. I've been talking about Clarissa. She been throwing shots. No. She said, let's address the elephant in the room. That is how it came up. No. Hold on now. Because I think I got the clip right here. Now, unless it's way more to this clip, and when they cut it the way somebody cut it the way they wanted to cut it, this young lady said, let's talk about the elephant in the room. Not them. I just saw it and it popped. Yeah, she said, let's talk about the elephant in the room. It wasn't Charlamagne. It was her. Now, that's what I heard. Now, I can go. Maybe they chopped it up this way. Is that what you're telling me? Is that what y'all telling me? Charlamagne didn't start it. He was trying to get away from Clarissa. Kept saying, let's talk about the elephant in the room. If it is this bad for divorce, that custody battle will be traumatizing to the kids. Anyway, here's the clip. And Clarissa clearly says, let's talk about the elephant in the room. So she started this.
When somebody is just truthful with you from the beginning, but there is no secrets, it's just, hey, this is what it is. And do you accept or do you not accept? That's kind of what it was. And he's been truthful from the beginning. Women are women. I don't know what else to say. Like, I don't have any ill will toward any women. And I don't have any ill will toward her. You know what I'm
y'all
saying?
haven't spoke no.
No, I mean, she made her post and whatever, and that was about it. But like I said, women are women. They're very emotional creatures. You know what I'm saying? And I think that was just, I don't know what it was. I don't know if it was emotional.
I don't know why this didn't start from the beginning or it started.
When somebody is just truthful with you from the beginning, but there is no secret,
Child, I don't know what the hell that happened to that clip, or it's a different clip or something. But at any rate, I heard her say, let's talk about the elephant in the room. That's what I heard. I didn't hear them ask her nothing about it. Clarissa was out of line for bringing it up if she wasn't asked. I have a feeling Clarissa's going to get hurt. It seems like Pap is ready to move on. She didn't start it. Remy let us know first. He was talking to Clarissa. But that was a long time ago. Clarissa clapped back, Remy clapped back, and Clarissa keeps clapping back. And Remy keeps ignoring her. I think she did say something wrong because you don't speak on, first of all, you shouldn't be with a married man. But if you're going to be with him, let him work that shit out. She should say, that's not my business to speak on. That is not her marriage. That is Papoose and Remy's marriage. So she should have stayed her ass out of that marriage. And I think she just got too much going on to be with him. She's supposed to be a role model and all that. And I just don't feel like she should be with him. I feel like she should let that man work out his marriage, however long it takes. And if they get back together, then they get back together. But if she finds something better, she should move on. I never seen Remy talking no crap. And I'm telling you, I haven't. And I've been talking about Clarissa. If you've been here with me, then you know I've been talking about Clarissa for a minute. And we ain't never seen no Remy. If she did, I would have had that shit over here and I would have been talking about it. And Remy, I have not seen Remy talk about that girl. Ever. Outside of the what you call it. Yeah, his live fucked up again. I think somebody messing with Papoose live. His live not working again. It's all black. It is all black. I mean, to you, maybe she didn't say anything wrong. But when you're in the middle of a divorce, you will find that disrespectful. You're not in the middle of a divorce with Papoose, but Remy is. So Remy found that to be offensive. Sandra said Remy may have said something one time. I've never seen it, but that's not to say it didn't happen. So why you did see Remy talking about? No. I never even seen that. What you talking about? Y'all telling me that tonight. I never seen Remy Ma say she wanted to fight that girl. You heard me when I said that would be the bad decision for her. That's not good. I would have, trust me, if I heard her, I would have been over here reading her down, honey. That's not a good look. And you gonna get your ass beat. But did you hear what Remy said? If I gotta go with her, I'm gonna go another way. You know what that means? Pow, 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 pow. Are we watching the same radio show? She did not say anything. They asked her a question. She said she did not have any problem with her. She said that after she mentioned their marriage. She said that after. She said it after, but to me, it don't matter. Before, after, in the middle, in the beginning. You really shouldn't speak on people's marriage, especially when you are the side chick or side dude. So that go for the T-Move Pap and that go for Clarissa. Their mouths should not be on those people's marriage. They shouldn't be. Charlamagne kept asking her, and she said, you know it's the elephant in the room. And Charlamagne kept asking her, what elephant? And she finally said it. Okay, well, then that makes sense. Okay, Remy sleeping with a man that was in her husband's face daily. Listen, they're both wrong. They're both wrong. They are both wrong as hell. So don't think I'm excusing Remy, because I ain't. But right is right and wrong is wrong. And just because Remy went out and did a wrong, that don't mean now Clarissa can jump in and do wrong, because Clarissa still wasn't in a marriage either way. That marriage is between two people. It is between Papoose and it is between Remy. And Papoose should have asked her to say, I don't want to talk about that. That is not my business to talk about. That is so easy to say that. It's not my business, and I don't want to talk about it. I don't. That's what she should do moving forward. Yes, they both are wrong. Both of them is wrong as hell. Both of them. That's right. I said it. Now what? They are married until they are divorced. And he can file all the papers in the world. You know how many times, okay, Robin, you know how many times Ray J and Princess filed for a damn divorce? And I'm not sure that she cheated first. That's just my thing. I don't think she cheated first. I wasn't there. But I don't think she did. Sorry, not sorry. I just don't. He seems very sneaky to me. And I like him. But tonight, he showed me that he's a little sneaky. Repeating all this old stuff, just trying to make her image. Oh, you can't believe these celebrities. You can't believe these celebrities. Like, yeah, when they tell you you're not supposed to be in their business, you told us we wasn't supposed to be in your fucking business. You ain't want to tell us shit. You know how long people been asking you about this? You ain't want to tell us nothing. And that's true too, God's grace. She should have been put his ass down to the pasture. I don't even know what she's seen in his ass. Shit. Two wrongs don't make it right, and everybody on the outside looking in, and you don't know what went on behind. That's what I'm saying. I don't know who cheated first. I wasn't there. I don't know who cheated first. You're right, T-Talk. They're both wrong, and Clarissa should mind her business. Just because you're hunching a married man doesn't give you permission to jump in their business. He said, Remy said he'd been unfaithful before that, way before that, and she kept her mouth shut. So I don't know. I wasn't there. They both said, he said, she said. We don't know the truth. We don't know I don't know the truth. I wasn't there. Both of them need to sign the divorce papers. Yep. And I'm going to tell you something else too. Yeah, you can't always help who you love. You got that right. I'm going to tell you something else too, BJ. Not only, signing divorce papers, I'm not sure about. I think that they need to go to therapy if you want to know the truth. They both still love each other. I can hear it in everything they said tonight. They're not done with each other. They're not done. They are not done. I don't give a shit he's filed them paperwork. He filed that paperwork because she got her ass online and said, why he ain't filed the papers? I filed the papers. My lawyer gave him a lawyer. He was supposed to do this and he was supposed to do that, and he ain't do it. So he said, bet. He said, bet. And he got up in his car and he went on down to the place and he said, put 5 on this shit right here. This motherfucker online talking shit about me. I'm going to show her ass. I think they still in love. I think they still in love. That's what I think. I got a feeling Clarissa going to end up with egg on her face. I believe that they are still in love. Also, hell no, Remy is a 304 and hope he moves on. Child, I don't know. I don't know Remy like that. I can't say. I don't even know Papa like that. I like them both. I do. I wish they wouldn't do this to each other, but here we are. So since they doing it, shit, we gonna talk about it. I think they still love each other. Shit, we gonna talk about it since they doing it. I believe Remy, she has receipts. He just filed for divorce today after her live. I totally agree with you. I'm a girl's girl, but this girl is way out of line. Remy is not loyal. She shot her best friend. She crossed Fat Joe after he put her on PAPOOSE. Okay. He was saving face with Clarissa. That was Clarissa that wanted to fight months ago. 50 Cent told her Don't do it. Remy is a street fighter. He felt that street fighting and boxing is different. She stayed talking shit about Remy. Black woman in the building says she ain't no more of a 304 than he is. Or even Clarissa, according to her friend. Shit. So maybe that's the type. Maybe that's what he liked. Pap loved her too much to cheat, and she never stated he cheated until she got busted, period. Mm-hmm. The doctor is lying. Who the hell is the doctor? Mm-hmm. But I tell y'all, between Fat Joe and Remy, Fat Joe never liked Papoose. He dealt with him because of Remy. And if you do your research, you'll find out there was a situation between Fat Joe and Pap, I think you're talking about. I think Rent gave him a pass while she was locked up. I think Pap continued after, and then Remy got her a side piece. Oh, got you. News, no cap said people coming up in here making stuff up. Child, I don't know. I never seen no Remy though, or Pap really talk about their stuff. So yeah, this is weird for me. I don't like it. Yeah, she supposed to pop her collar about boxing though. She is supposed to pop her collar about boxing. And this is the thing that bothers me about Clarissa. One day I was on the live with Clarissa. She dropped her link over on Instagram. She invited the people up. Come on up. Whoever want to come up, come on up. You know who went up there? Got your news, no cap? Kids. 15-year-olds. High school girls. They all looking at her. They all admire her. Think she the greatest of all time. So she, in my opinion, that shouldn't be what she want to show them girls. You know, she shouldn't want to show them girls. Remy on top, worth more than both of them. She's done. It means absolutely nothing. Fat Joe didn't like Pap. Remy married him. She should have stayed loyal. When did you hear a woman come out and say anything about Pap? Oh, child, I never heard. I just heard Remy say that. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Pink 422 said therapy. Hell, they already been. He said that today. I want side chicks, paramours, and birds to stay in their lane. Stop attacking these wives. Mm-hmm. Yep. Hey, Miss T. Yeah, I'm about to get out of here myself, girl. I got to get up in the morning. They are just human. Most all-stars got kids on their live. Like, right. But this lady is this lady's accolades alone. I'm talking about Clarissa. Her accolades, she don't need Pap. She could do better, or she could wait until he's free. He needs to be free. Because I'm telling you, the person that I watched tonight, that's a man that still loves his wife. He still loves his wife. That's why his focus tonight was all on Easy, the Block Street Captain, or whatever his damn name is. That's all I'm saying, the Zen Room. You is with me, boo. You with me. He got too much fucking baggage. He taking all that negativity on her fucking trip. She the one getting ready to have a big ass fight. Why that shit got to be on her back right now? This woman going up. She should not have to be waddling in his fucking broken marriage. That's his shit. He need to clean that fucking shit up and then go back and get her if that's what he wants. Chronic said Pap going where the money reside. Hey, Chronic, how you doing? Samantha said, I ain't never heard of this paramour until she started chirping for Pap. Let's be very clear. Clarissa is bar to none when it comes to them hands in boxing. But this got nothing to do with a married man outside of that ring. She needs to be quiet and stay out of between them. That's what I think. That's what I think. No, Remy ain't free him when she stepped outside of the marriage. That ain't how marriage work. He ain't free. It's a whole business side of that. He got to work out. That's the same like me right now. I'm separated, but it ain't, you know what I mean? I ain't freed until the judge say I'm free. So that's why I don't date. And I don't do nothing because I know I got baggage with me, and my baggage is a little bit crazy. So I ain't gonna put myself or nobody else in that position to be having to deal with that nutty buddy shit. The Zen Room says she made him a manager and he still ain't signed them papers. Yep, he still love his wife. I think he do love his wife. I'm sorry, I do. Well, she should talk shit about boxing though. She could talk shit about boxing. She don't got to talk about that man's marriage. Pap's son's sexuality ain't no secret. It's been rumored he don't deal with his son because of it. And see, that's another thing. You see what I'm saying? So now he don't deal with his son, which means that he's homophobic. But he's attached to Clarissa. So now her LGBTQ fans could take a disliking to her because of Pap's feelings. This is why I'm saying she need to cut his ass loose until he figure his own shit out. Right? Every time she on the platform, Clarissa has to mention Pap in some way. Donna B said, like you said, T-Talk, Pap is a stain on Clarissa. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think so. But Remy mentioned that boy because she wanted to trigger his ass. She wanted to trigger his ass. If she cut him loose, who would really care about her story for real? She has to align with the mess and chaos because people love it. That's so sad. That's so sad. That's sad. Yeah, I see she loved the old man. I feel like he just an old man to her. He got kids her age. She could just do so much better. I wanted better for her. You know what I'm saying? We've been following her. My husband is in the boxing world. So he does little training and stuff and goes to the gym a lot. So, you know, we've been following her. I don't know if y'all remember last year, I had another young girl boxer on here from Baltimore. So we've been following this. Her name been at my house. One of the guys my husband trained, that's his favorite boxer. So, but we never talked bad about her. It was never no negativity. It was never no. And she been, you know, going live and stuff, but she never had nothing to say where she would make her go viral. I think she likes going viral now. I think she like going viral now. Oh, I definitely love the man. I wasn't supposed to. I'm still married to his ass. Matter of fact, if you want me to tell you the damn truth, she had a whole fiance, for goodness sake, that did not have baggage like Pap. Yep. And he seemed to love her too. Remy said her stepson called her after the live. I guess they are at peace. Clarissa needs to stay in her lane. It's bad if she was cheating with him knowing he was married. She said he told her up front he was married. Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. You say you want better for Clarissa too. It's sad that Black men and women are congratulating her about dealing with a married man. That's toxic mental behavior. You can love a man or woman you're not supposed to, but know your place and stay in it. I will never be here for no one disrespecting a husband or wife. I agree. That's the part I don't like. Right. Don't open one door and you ain't closed that other one yet. I never loved a married man. I'm too dope for that. Oh, no, I didn't say that I love no married man. I just said that the wrong one. I don't want nobody else's husband. Shit, don't want mine now. I'm trying to give him away. He won't go, though. It went like this. I'm feeling you, but I'm married to a 304 trying to move on. That wouldn't have got me. Because let me tell you what men do. They lie. They lie about what's going on at home. And they tell you, I'm not getting along with X, Y, and Z, when the whole time they go home at night and they loving on X, Y, and Z. And trust me, I know. I watch my brothers do it. Telling these women they having problems at home and loving on their wives and doing everything that the wives need and want. Just want to tell them women what they want so they can go and get what they want. I know, Samantha. It's like, oh my gosh, why did I have to be so good? Oh my God. Yes, Catherine, he is. Nope, I don't want to share. If I can't have you all to myself, I don't want you. Nope. Well, he got it, but he should have fixed this one and then moved on. That's just how I feel. It's not fair to Clarissa. Once they mess with an Aquarius, it's hard to move on. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. In the words of the infamous Nene Leakes, close your legs to the married man. Then she went and opened hers wide. Yes, Robin, come on in here January 20th. January 22nd right here, girl. Who that, Jazzy? I know some married men found a new woman first, then divorced their wife. I know, but it just ain't right. It just ain't right. I told mine to do that. Go right ahead on. But he won't. Well, at least he claimed he won't. I think that he just hard to find better. And you know, when men go out, they want to think they got better. Right? So they could think they leveled up. Hey, level up, leveled up, level up. Yes. Yes. I tell you what, Remy and Pep done already went viral, child. It's all over the place now. And I'm gonna tell you another reason why he was so mad tonight, because y'all know Remy exposed that he lied to that girl about that day going Africa. She wanted to go to Africa with him, and allegedly he told her something about some shots, and she couldn't go. And the whole time he was in Africa, he been texting Remy the whole time. So that would piss me off if I was his girlfriend. I'm sorry. That's just what it would be like. That could be true too. Yep, that's true too. Yeah, simply Team Aquarius, baby. Anyway, y'all, this Aquarius is gonna take her ass to sleep. And I'm gonna see y'all in the morning. Okay. I'm gonna try my best to be on time, but my ass is gonna be tired. I already know. Listen, thanks for hanging out with your girl. Do me a favor, like the video before you leave out if you did not like the video when you came in. All right, hit that subscribe button if you're not already subscribed to the channel, and I will catch y'all tomorrow, because tomorrow is Friday, baby. Friday. All right, love y'all, and good night.
When I go with confidence, when I go the way roll like hips and take a sip on it, take a trip on it. When I go, you can go slow, wind it up all night. Baby, take your time, let me know I want. When you tell me what I want, when the neighbors yell turn down, we keep it going like bum bum bum. Throw it back then rotation, figure it's and just see last season. Shine bright as last season.